Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard, I am Penge and welcome back to Tavern Master, where things are going very well indeed. Here at the Cake and Cupboard, the hotel business is booming, we're selling lots of drink, the menu is the finest in all of the land, and just to cap it off, the King and Queen are coming for a bit of a party. So yes, it's looking very good indeed. And of course, we now have lots of lovely comfortable seats for people to sit on, there's lots of fancy tables, prestige is going through the roof, we're getting lots of guests in per day. I mean, that number is way higher than the amount of guests we can seat, but you know, popularity is going through the roof as well. So it's looking wonderful. It's going very well indeed. So when's the actual party? When are the King and Queen popping by? So not today, not tomorrow, the day after. Okay, so a couple of days of just normal stuff happening, but then the King and Queen will be here, and that will be very exciting indeed, because that means that we're going to probably get this research done here, and then we can move on to this just here, which will take a while. Hang on, there's a light bulb. What's that light bulb there for? Has that light bulb always been there? I'm pretty sure that's a new thing. Okay, hang on a minute, hang on. What's this about? There's a light bulb. I don't know how to deal with the light bulb. Okay, I've been completely thrown. Yeah, there's light bulbs on things now. Okay, right. So there's an entirely new thing that's been put into the game. Right, is it something that we need to build? Is there a thing that generates light bulbs? There's a research desk. Okay, currently it's locked away. Go to the research tree to unlock the research desk. Okay, right, hang on, right. Research tree. Where is the research desk? Oh, it's there. Right. There are now researchers. Oh, okay, right. So there has been a bit of an upgrade to the game. The game has been updated. And yes, we now need researchers to do some research. So as well as having the requisite amount of people through the doors, we also need to accumulate what looks like a certain number of research points. Okay. Oh, but look at this. Things have certainly been tweaked, because this thing here that now gives us 28 guests per day did just give us 4 per day. And we did kind of remark on that. It was a little bit sort of, that was a little bit pointless really. 4 guests per day is neither here nor there. 28 guests per day, that's quite a big chunk of guests coming in. So, okay, right. So we need to get this done first. So let's just, let's get time moving on. Let's get time moving on nice and quick. And then when the King and Queen come in, that will, I imagine, get quite a chunk of that research done. I mean, we've got 2 days. We've got 2 days of people coming in. So by sort of going on what's happened in the past, we should get a decent amount of yellow people in. And I think we'll get the purple person in as well, because we do tend to see them popping in now and then. So that'll be sorted. In fact, I think Merlin is a purple person, and there are 2 Merlins there. There's a Merlin there and a Merlin there, because, he's a wizard, so he can do that. So there's 2 Merlins there. I think there's one here as well. There's one there, and there's one there. Okay, right, so we have 4 Merlins in right now. He's managing to do some clever magic, so he's, able to have 4 drinks at once and 4 meals and all that kind of stuff. But, yeah, that's absolutely fine. There's another Merlin. 1 Merlin has left. Okay. So is that completed? Yeah, there we go. So the purple person is sorted. Now we just need 159 yellow people. But yeah, the King and Queen bring an awful lot of people with them. So that's wonderful. Some crates are missing ingredients on floor 1. Oh, okay, right. Hang on a minute. Hang on. There have been sweeping changes to this. Okay. Do we need to restock things? There's stock. There's actual food stock now. Okay, right. Restock everything. Restock wheat, restock fruit, restock meat, and restock vegetables. Oh, right. There are things for us to do now. Okay, right. So we don't need to restock anything else. It's just the magic chest of ingredients. Okay, this is fine. How are we looking for the bars? The bars should have been refilled, but we'll go and do it anyway. We'll go and do it now just to be certain. It's not like we're short of a few quid. So there we go. Right, so everything is topped up. Things are looking very good indeed. Yeah, let's just run it on to the end of the day, and we'll just see how we're looking in terms of research. I mean, we're down to 156 yellow grade people now to get our fireplace grill thingamajig in. So there we go. So it's looking good, 154. So, it's coming down. It's coming down. The numbers are tumbling. So things are looking pretty good. Let's just get to the end of the day, and we'll see how the numbers are looking then. So here we go. It's almost kicking out time. I did see some people going upstairs. So how are we looking in terms of rooms? Yep, every single room has somebody in it, which is wonderful stuff. And I think downstairs, yep, there we go. kicking out time. So how is that looking now in terms of our research? So we made quite a bit of money. That's very good. We sold quite a lot of drinks. A lot of bonuses came in, and we made a good bit of money off of food. It's certainly the weakest of the earners, if you like. The drinks is certainly very good. But yeah, so we can't tell how we did with the hotel stuff. So I guess yesterday we must have had an event of some description. So that's why we can't see our hotel earnings now. But how are we looking here? 142. Okay, so that's, not going quite as quick as I thought. Okay, right, so restock that, restock the food. It's weird that we sort of mentioned that. We did say about the fact that this chest has infinite food in it, and the food's just sort of magically there all the time. So there we go, that's at least been looked at. There are quite a lot of drinks on the bar. We have there's loads of drinks on the bar. We have an awful lot of drinks wastage. That's not very good. Okay, start the next day. Let's just get everything underway. So those barrel things should have restocked behind the bar. So yeah, it looked like everything did get restocked. So that's all very wonderful indeed. Right, so another day of people just sort of popping by. Is it worth putting the prices up a tiny bit? Because we do get now 420.5 guests per day, which we can never seat because we don't have that many tables and chairs. So let's increase that up. There we go. So we're going to make a little bit more money, and we still get plenty of guests through the door. We still can't seat that many guests. So there we go. Right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Please try something from the menu. The menu is absolutely, utterly top class. It could not be any better. Oh, look. It tells you what's required. It tells you what's required to make those particular food things. Oh, that's very exciting. Oh, that's quite good. Now, somebody actually, let's pause time for a second. Somebody in the comments did say that if we take things off of the menu, does it change our sort of average rating down here? So let's have a little look. It doesn't seem to. It doesn't seem to change the ratings down here, the numbers, the percentage chances of the different grades of people coming in. So I suppose if you were running out of vegetables, you could just take anything vegetably off of the menu, I guess, and then save a bit of money, and then, I don't know, at the end of the day, put it all back on when you've bought some vegetables in or something. But I think right now we're fine. Let's just offer the entire menu to everybody, because the menu is brilliant. It's absolutely top quality stuff. I mean, we don't have Michelin stars. We don't have those in this particular world. But if they did exist, this would be a 10-star Michelin restaurant, because this food here is just exceptional. Let's just top that stuff up again. Yeah, we're going to have to keep an eye on that. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. I'm going to forget to check that an awful lot. So we've got 3 chefs in there running around the place, using up vegetables and meat and fruit and wheat and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I do need to sort of remember that now needs to be restocked. And they're going through stuff quite quickly. Look at that. We're spending loads of money on topping up the food side of things. So yeah, now food wastage is also going to be a thing. We do not want to see food over here on the food counter at the end of the day, because of course that means that we've cooked it. So we've paid the money for the ingredients, but it's not been taken out to the person to eat, so we haven't been paid for it. So we want to make sure that we don't have drinks wastage and we don't have food wastage. So yeah, so we're going to have to keep an eye on. But there we go. Let's just keep restocking things. Okay, right. Let's move on toward the end of the day and see how we stand with our research over here. Okay, so 11 p.m, soon to be 12 p.m, because, that's how time works and such like. Right, so drink up, everybody. It's time to clear off and go back to your homes and such like. There we go. Thank you for coming by. Thank you. I mean, tomorrow we get the king and queen coming in. We made 10 grand. 10 grand. We made 4 grand from hotel stuff. That is a very silly amount of money. Okay, right, so we're making a lot of money. It's all very good indeed. So this is all very good. We've got 27,000 monies right now. Let's restock the food chest, because we might as well. The big barrely things here mean that all the bars are going to be automatically restocked. So do we just go... Do you know what? Let's just go to the next day. Let's get the king and queen in and let's see what happens. Let's see how this is going to work. So there we go. There's all the other people leaving. So cheerio, hotel guests. And where's the king and queen? Oh, no. No, hang on a minute. Hang on. We have a problem. Guests, nothing. Reward. Oh, no. This is all sorts of terrible. Hang on a second. Yeah, it looks like our save is becoming incompatible. Oh no, this is a bit of a disaster. It was looking so good. It was looking so good. But alas, our save seems to become incompatible with the latest version of the game. Look, there's no guests. There's no guests turning up at all. So, oh no, I think that might be it, possibly. that might well be it for our run here of Tavern Master. Because, yeah, we've got ourselves an entire day going by where we should have the King and Queen coming in, which would have been wonderful. That would have been amazing. But alas, they are not here because the game has been updated and now presumably quite old save file has become incompatible in some ways with the latest version of the game. And yeah, we're not able to get guests in. So yes, this is going to be tricky. I mean, we could just leave it running to get 122 yellow-grey people in normally, but that's going to take ages. It's going to take absolutely ages. That requires 200 yellow people. So, I mean, what's the... No, that's not the right button. What's the likelihood? A 10% chance. So, we're going to get maybe 10, maybe 15, 20 of those in a day. So, I mean, yeah, this research stuff here is going to take ages. Then there's another 200. Then there's 1,000 regular people. 300 yellow people there. 500 and 500. So, there is no way that we can just, do that normally. We're running this game for days and days and days. We'd take actual in-game sort of years to get all of that research done. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. I wanted to see the King and Queen come in. That would have been wonderful. Oh, botherations. Okay. I mean, well, there we go. That kind of ends that then. I think, yeah, well, I'm kind of in two minds as to whether to even put this video up, but I think we will. Because we can see the game is being developed, it's being worked on and all that kind of stuff. Do you know what? One final thing that I think we should do. Let's just get rid of the rubbishy seats and put in as many lovely seats in as we can. Now, a few people on the previous video did point out that we could have ourselves some lovely luxurious stools. So we could have a stool, and one stool costs 1,000 and gives you 200 prestige. A bench, obviously 2 people can sit on a bench, it costs 2,000 and gives you 300 prestige. So really, in terms of prestige, it makes more sense to have loads of stools. So because, if you have 2 stools, it costs 2,000, but you get 400 prestige. So can we put 2 stools around the table? Like, how does this work? Ah, no. The stool goes in the middle. Oh, there we go. Mystery solved. So the stool goes into, sort of it takes up 2 spaces. So if you put one there, yeah, that doesn't work. Okay, that is why we can't do that kind of thing then. Yeah, so it makes more sense to have the benches. Okay, that's absolutely fine. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to sort out all the benches either, which is a bit sad, really. Let's try and sort out as many benches as we can. There we go. Let's make all the seating as comfortable as we can here in the cake and cupboard. Yeah, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, and get rid of that. I think that's going to be our lot. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, we've got about 7 grand left, so we could get some more in, but I think that's absolutely fine. But there we go. That answers the question of why we can't use the stools, because the stools take up 2 spaces and not 1. So you can't fit 4 stools round a table for reasons. I don't know why, but there we go. There we go. So the benches were indeed the way to go. And that's kind of it. That is kind of it. I mean, that's an unfortunate end to our run here at the cake and cupboard. I was kind of hoping to get up onto the next floor. I was hoping to get onto the next floor, and then we were going to have a little bit of a play with maybe having some sort of dorm room type things. Because quite a few people did say, okay, your room here has got a bed in it and all the stuff. That's fine. Can you have multiple beds in one room? I mean, I don't know. Do you know what? We could probably try right now, actually. Hang on. We just have another luxurious bed and we just pop that. I don't know. There. You can't buy a new prop because all the props, they're overlapping. Oh, okay, hang on a minute. Can we make it so it doesn't overlap? What about that there? Yes, you can have an extra bed. You could, if you wanted to, put many beds in one room. So you could, if you like, have a 5-star dorm and just have loads of beds. Just loads and loads of single beds in one very well-appointed dorm room. And then, I mean, that'd make a lot of money. That would be very profitable. And that was what we were sort of going to do with the next floor up. But alas, we can't see that anymore because yes, our game has become slightly incompatible with the current, the latest version of Tavern Master, which is a pity. But there we go. Do you know what? We had a very, very good look at Tavern Master, didn't we? We had a proper good look at it. We've seen quite a lot of the game, and it's good to see that it is being developed. Things are changing. There's now the idea of research point type things with researchers we're going to have to hire as well as a new staff type and all that kind of stuff. And, we've seen it develop a little bit as we go. And yeah, it's a good game. It's really, really fun. I mean, given that this is a really sort of early access, it's really early access, really. it seems to have, it's played quite well. It's played very well indeed. And, it's quite well paced. There are points where sometimes nothing is happening. It would be nice if there was a button that sort of was able to go to the next event. So whether that was the end of the day or a menu item upgrade or a staff promotion or whatever, something that could speed you through to the next event, rather than just having to just sit and watch what's going on whilst not interacting with anything. But Joe, that's a minor niggle, isn't it? That's a minor niggle. Overall, it's been very stable and pretty good. And Joe, that's a tiny little sort of improvement I did there, but it's not essential. It's just kind of a nice to have. But there we go. That brings us to the end of our run of Tavern Master. I mean, it's a shame it's kind of ended with a little bit of a technical gremlin creeping in. But do you know what? That's fine. That's what happens with kind of, games that are in development and such like. We've seen it before on some other games. So it's all fine. It's absolutely fine. I think we've had a very good look at it. We've had a lot of fun with it. It's been really, really good. But yes, now obviously we can't continue with the game as it is in this state, which is not really working with our old save game. So we shall have to call time, I'm afraid, upon the cake and cupboard. But yeah, it's been wonderful. It's been really, really good. And I think it might come back onto the channel when it goes into a sort of a full release, if you like, because I think if we keep coming back while it's in development, we're going to sort of repeat what we've done already. So I think what we'll do is we'll keep an eye on it. And then when it goes into a full release version, so when it's all done and everything's finished and it's all been, polished and all the features are in, all that kind of stuff, we will come back to it. And then we'll see what's going on with it then. I think that's the best thing for us to do. So, yeah, that is it for now. We shall say farewell to the cake and cupboard. But just look at it. It looks mighty glorious indeed. Lots of lovely tables and chairs everywhere. The 2 bars, the kitchen. The wonderful kitchen with these sort of random beer crates in that got thrown in due to space issues. Yeah, that's wonderful as well. And of course, the splendid, the marvellous hotel rooms. They look very, very good indeed. I do like these. And it is a shame that we couldn't get our kind of great big dorm room thingy, because I think that would have been really, really profitable. I think that would have generated an awful lot of money. But there we go. Never mind. It was not to be. So yeah, for now, let us bid farewell to the cake and cupboard and wrap things up with the series for now. Hopefully you have enjoyed this. If you have, please do leave a like. That would be most marvellous indeed. And also, if you're not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with all the other bits and bobs that we get up to in the Geek Cupboard, as well as keeping up to date with Tavern Master when it returns at some point in the future on the channel. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time.
They've ripped my arms off, ripped my legs off. I mean, unfortunately they didn't rip anything else off. Yes, I am off my face on mushrooms. Why, Lady Charlotte, I would certainly love to taste your cake. The King of the West is an idiot. I am off my face on mushrooms. I mean, asking me questions isn't going to be my strong point at the minute.